Hey guys, welcome to Brilliant Directories Webinar Wednesday. We'll be starting in just a few moments. It's great to be with you guys here today. Get yourselves settled in. I want to say hi to Bennett. Bennett, you've been pretty active in the Facebook groups. It's also great to see you here in Webinar Wednesday, so thank you for joining us. Blair, always great to see you here as well. Dave, special guest Mr. Matthew Brooks is in the audience as well here today. Great to see you there. Nathan and Niles. I see some new faces and names here, so hopefully we can get to some of your questions and share some new sites with us. We're going to let everyone get logged into the GoToWebinar, so grab a glass of water, whatever you need. We'll get started in just a few moments. Thanks, guys. If this is your first Webinar Wednesday with us, thank you for joining us. I'm Jason there on the left. We're lucky enough to have Gabe with us. He's one of the support specialists here at Brilliant Directories. He'll be chatting with you if you guys have questions and we're busy answering another question. Gabe will be there in the background doing his ninja work. And we're also lucky to have Patrick with us from the Customization Experts. The Customization Experts, I believe, is one of the top companies building extensions and plugins to accompany your Brilliant Directories website. A lot of them are geared towards generating revenue, building your community. So if you haven't already done so, check out the customizationexperts.com and see some of the tools and plugins that they have there. Also, we've mentioned this in a couple webinars in the past. We've recently launched an amazing Facebook group, and we invite all of you to join. It's a great place to continue the conversation after Webinar Wednesdays. We can talk about marketing strategy, how to grow your community, generating revenue, SEO strategies, and more. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. It's free to join. Just make sure you're logged in to your Facebook account, and we can continue the conversation there. Lots of great value. And if this is, again, your first Webinar Wednesday with us, it's great to have you with us. It's great to be here with you. The goal of Webinar Wednesday is to help each other as a community and as a group. There's always room to learn and improve and sharpen our skills. So we created Webinar Wednesdays as a way to reach out to the community and to work with everyone to provide tips on marketing your website and growing your community. Some topics that we'll cover in Webinar Wednesdays are strategies to convert visitors into members, increasing website visitors and traffic, identifying good revenue opportunities, learning how to set up your membership levels, and basically every website is large and small. Sometimes you don't need to be a super large website. You could be a small community, but we want to talk about strategies on how to build strong and loyal relationships with your community. And those are some of the other things that we'll cover in Webinar Wednesdays and some of the topics and questions that you can ask about in Webinar Wednesdays as well. And to help maximize the value of Webinar Wednesdays, since they're just once a week or actually twice a month, if you have any questions related to reporting known issues or comprehensive edits or customization requests, those would be great and appropriate to contact the BD support team. They are there to help you. We want to make sure that everyone in the webinar gets the maximum value of seeing and hearing ideas that can help everybody. So feel free to contact the support team for any of those types of inquiries. All right, now let's get to the fun stuff. First of all, Pat, how you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you, Jason. Looking forward to today.
Awesome. We've had a lot of updates in BD. A lot of them more recently have been directed to stability and security and speed and optimizations. So a lot of the fun stuff that we like to show has been a little bit on hold, but we have a few updates for you today. And there's going to be a lot more rolled out in the next few weeks as well. So hopefully in the next webinar, we'll have a good handful of things that we can actually show you how they work and how they add value to your site. A couple of these have actually been requests from previous webinars. That's another reason I love Webinar Wednesday is you guys provide feedback on things that we should improve or add to the platform. And one of them is a new widget that's available to you guys. It's we're calling it Posted by Snapshot. Let me show you what that looks like, and you can add it to your website today. So When you're on a post page, maybe it's a coupon or an article or a photo album like this one, now there's a little module, and it's very simple. We kept it pretty light and clean here. You can add it to the sidebar, and it just shows you who the author was. It'll have their name here or company name, depending on what type of listing it is. It'll show their profile photo or their logo, depending on the type of listing it is. If they have a phone number, it will show the phone number. If you're a VIP add-ons club member and you have the click to call add-on, it will track the click and add it to the profile statistics, so you can show your member, hey, 50 people attempted to call you this month from our website. Super high value and a great way to show your members that they're getting value from your website. It also includes their top level category, and if they have a location, there will be a location listed here. So let's just go ahead and click here. We can see that it goes to the member's profile page, and we see very similar information, their category and their location. Let me show you guys how you can add this to your own websites now if you wanted to do so. So you can head on over to the main admin dashboard, and where you want to go is go to your sidebar manager under the toolbox area. And from here, the widget is designed to just work on the post single pages, the detail pages. So like when you're actually looking at a specific event or coupon or article or photo album. So you want to put it in your post single page sidebar. Go ahead and edit this. And all your available widgets will be listed on the left, and of course on the right are the widgets that are actually part of this sidebar. So what you can do is you can search for Snapshot. The name of the widget is Bootstrap Theme Module Post Author, and you can just drag it over into here. I already have one here. I'll go ahead and delete the duplicate. And once you drag it over and save your changes, you can go back to any type of post page. I'll refresh this here. And now we'll have a simple posted by banner here. It's nice because you see a smiley face if you're using members with profile photos, so it makes your site more inviting. You'll probably get more clicks here rather than this small posted by with the author's name and the date. This is standard and fine for websites, but this just adds a little bit more. So that's available to you guys now. Also, exporting members with custom fields. We had launched a version 1 of exporting your member database. Let's go to search your members. So what's really cool about the exporting members is you can do a search like a certain join date, the login date, certain top level category, and you can conduct a search and then export those members. But before this update, if you added custom fields to your site, like if you wanted somebody's hair color or any custom fields of information you wanted from your members, it wasn't exporting that information. So thanks to your support emails that you guys sent to us, we've now updated that and created a version 2 of this. So if you have this export search members add-on, now it will include any custom fields that you add to your website. So you'll get a lot more information when you're exporting that. Another one, and this was added because of recommendations in 2 webinars. I forgot who asked for it, but thank you. It's being able to hide the Specialties tab on a member's profile page. I'll show you exactly what I'm referring to in just a moment, even though the member has specialties or subcategories selected. So let me show you how that one works. So here is a member's profile. Let's actually log in as this member and add some sub-level categories. So we'll go under listing details, and we'll choose bedroom design as a specialty, and we'll save the changes. So if we go to the profile now, well, he does not talk about backfire. Let's see what the settings are. Let's check out the settings here. I'll show you what I'm referring to. Let me just make sure one of these aren't it. So what you have now, when you're editing a membership level, so this is now a diamond membership level. So a few things you can do with allowing your members to select subcategories or additional categories. One is in the post-publishing, you can now give them the ability to see subcategories if you want them to choose more categories. They've always been able to do this. But now in the additional settings, you'll see this update here. You can update this on your site, so it's good that I'm doing it with you here. It will enable the hide specialties feature. So let's run this update here. And we can go back to additional settings. And now this option will work, hide specialties tabs from profile pages. It's set to no. So if you're importing members with subcategories, but you don't want them to show on the profile page, you can set this option to no, and the tab on the profile page will not show here. And lastly, the last 30 to 45 days, we've hit a few bumps in the road with regards to expiration dates for events and issues related to those. I've heard from the support team and the technical, the development team that we've resolved those issues. If you're still having issues with your event expiration dates or expiration dates for jobs or coupons, please continue to email the support team. They're vigilant and they're staying on top of that to try to get those resolved as quickly as possible. So from what I've seen, it looks like it's about 95% resolved. So thank you guys for hanging in there with us and letting us know that there were issues with the expiration dates, but those should be all resolved now if you saw them on your site as issues in the past. All right. We've been doing this in a few webinars, Showcase My Website. If you would like us to do a live review of your website in the next webinar, you can submit your site to us. You can email directly events@brilliantdirectories.com. Just please make sure to include a link to your website. We'll showcase your site in the next webinar, provide some feedback on how you can improve your marketing with regard to how your site is laid out or designed. And we'll also share you on our Facebook page. We'll select one website for the next webinar. So go ahead and you can email events@brilliantdirectories.com, and we'd love to take a look at your site and provide some helpful tips. All right, Pat, I'm going to pass this over to you a bit. We have a tip of the week, and Pat and I were talking about what we wanted to cover today, and it's come up in the Facebook groups, people asking how they should price their membership levels and different strategies. So we thought a good topic to cover would be just the fundamentals of creating an irresistibly compelling offer.
Sure thing. Thanks, Jason. And there's a lot of different angles that you can take when it comes to creating an irresistibly compelling offer. One of them could be free offers. Some of them could be paid offers. And what we want to do is we want to go over some tips that we put together. I think we have a short list that is ready to be shared there with Jason. But essentially what you want to do is you want to make sure that you sit down and you think about, what is it that my website is offering my members? And we've discussed this in previous webinars. If you're not able to identify what it is your website is bringing, what is the unique opportunity, what issues are you helping resolve for your members, you want to bring that up when creating an irresistible offer for potential members. You also want to be able to explain how it is that by taking advantage of your offer, they're going to be able to take care of that problem. So the offer should be directly correlated with the pain point that you're bringing up. There's a lot of psychology in bringing up a pain point, and to let them know this can help relieve that. It might not be the entire solution, but it could be part of the solution. If it's part of the solution, it's good enough that way. Then what you want to do is you want to come up with an actual offer to make, and there's many different offers that I've seen. I've seen some offers be downloading a guide. I've seen some offers be a free trial. I've seen some offers be actually signing up for an account, booking a consultation call, booking a demo. All of these can be different types of offers. An offer doesn't always have to be a financial deal that you're offering your potential customers. So it just depends on whether or not you want to get a customer, a paying customer out of the gates, or if you're willing or have a mechanism in place to nurture that potential customer because you have a strategy in place, and all you want to do is you want to be able to capture emails. So those are a bunch of different types of offers, and we'll give you an example of one that we put together today, tackling the hardest offer, which is getting somebody to pay to be on your website so that you can generate some money. Then you want to go ahead, Jason.
I was going to say, if this is like super important. So if your website has been online for a while and you're not satisfied with the level of conversions or member signups that you're getting from your website, this would be these strategies would be the ones to implement first, because what Pat's going to explain right now are 100% actionable steps that you guys can take and that would have a direct effect in increasing and improving member signups to your website. So anything we've covered before, I think this is one of the most important philosophies that anyone should add to their site.
That's correct. And currently, there's a good chance if we visited the majority of the people on this webinar's websites, if we were to go to their pricing page, there's a good chance that these items aren't going to be covered there. We're not necessarily saying that what you need to do is update your current pricing page, but we are saying that there needs to be a strategy in place so you can create a sense of urgency. One of the biggest challenges of just a default pricing page or a sign-up page is that they can take their time deciding. With the amount of options that consumers have and the short attention span that they have, if you don't create a sense of urgency during the sign-up process, if they feel like they can just come back to your site at a later date and complete that sign-up process, there's an extremely good chance that's what they're going to tell themselves they're doing. But in reality, they don't have anything in place to remind themselves that, oh yeah, there was a site that I was going to be signing up for. So these steps that we're going over to create this irresistible offer is giving yourself the best chance possible so that when somebody does come to your website, it's hard enough work to get somebody to come to your website. It's hard enough work to get somebody to read what you're offering them. But then if you don't get them to convert there on the spot, the likelihood, unless you have a very aggressive retargeting ad, that they're going to come back to your site at a later time is actually quite small. And then the last step that you want to make sure that you go over is you want to make sure that you have some extremely clear steps and a simple call to action. I don't believe this is the time to list the 55 features that they'll get when they sign up with you, nor make it a long journey for them to understand what the offer is. Just be able to provide the perceived value in a short snippet and make a simple call to action, a single action for them to take, not giving them multiple options on that particular offer.
Perfect. So let's just dive in here. We won't dwell too long on each of these slides, but in each of those steps, we'll just cover what the objective is. For example, we'll start with this one, defining a problem or a pain point. So what we need to.
You want me to?
Yeah,
go ahead.
No,
go ahead, Jason.
Go ahead, Pat. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. So what you want to do here is you really want to understand what is it that you're trying to solve for your customers, and you want them to understand that if they don't take these actions that you're trying to get them to take, then there's a good chance that they're not being proactive in terms of resolving those issues. So very common issues in directory industries is they have trouble getting new customers, they have trouble getting additional exposure online, or perhaps they have trouble entering a new market or promoting some of the services and products that they offer. So being able to understand what is it that your members have trouble getting. Another great pain point is perhaps you're the person that has all of their potential customers. As a directory, their customers come to your website. So oftentimes the biggest problem people have is finding new customers, and by joining your network, they'll have access to to your entire potential network, which is probably one of the good things to define on this point.
I think tying into emotional, financial, and practical, let me just give you a one-liner pitch that would kind of encompass all of those. Worried that not having online visibility is costing your business money. So the emotional part of that statement is, are you worried, or are you scared, or are you nervous? And the practical part is that you're not getting enough online visibility. So every business needs online visibility, and not having that visibility is costing your business money. So that's a great one-liner. Again, you can adapt those types of things for your business, but you want to encompass emotional, practical, and financial. So worried, that you're wasting too much time, trying to find leads that never turn into real customers. Again, I'm just kind of riffing here, but that's how you can tie in emotional, financial, and practical problems into one cohesive statement.
Right. Tired of trying to figure out SEO on your own?
Exactly. Losing sleep, trying to figure out, search engine optimization, or whatever it might be, or landing new clients or patients. Most businesses want more customers, but it could be other things as well.
Correct, and it might sound corny to recommend it, but that infomercial model really does work, and that is really what they do. They really present that problem initially to capture the audience. It's important that if you do have back pain and you're flipping channels and they say, do you have back pain? You're clearly tired of having back pain, and there's a better chance that you're going to stick around to see what the solution to the problem is.
Which brings us to the solution that could relieve their problems. So after you've defined a problem, well, now, you don't want to just be a complainer, you want to be a creator of solutions at the same time. So if your company can provide solutions, then you might land a new customer. You need to let people know that you understand their pain points. People want that makes your company relatable to them. You understand them, they can understand you. And of a way for them not to struggle any longer with whatever pain points or problems they're having personally or with their business, or whatever your website is going to help them achieve. So I've seen directories to find relationship counselors and things like that. So the relationship counselors want to land new patients, but your site can also work to get the consumer signed up to get matched with relationship counselors. So you could say, want to improve your marriage, want a happier life. We know a system that can match you with a qualified relationship counselor. So you want to let them know that a way for them not to suffer anymore with whatever's troubling them. And then you can start explaining how your solution can relieve their problems. So you can have a tested system that's proven. You can show testimonials from other people who have used your services to show them that your solution can relieve their problems. You can have professionally backed people who are sponsoring your site and saying that you do offer a valid solution for people's problems. So you want to make sure that after you've defined the problem, let them feel good that you understand how to provide alleviation and a solution to the problem.
Well said. And then we're on to unbeatable offer or a guarantee. So here's where you want to deliver the actual offer to the website visitor that's on your website. We give you a couple different objectives. Again, the first one is price focus, which is similar to the example that we're going to give you. You can also compare it to other options that are out on the web. I really like this comparison tool, especially if you can leverage some other brands that are out there, just by them seeing your brand next to another brand that they know about. Because many people on this webinar, they're just launching a new idea, it's launching a new website. So credibility is one of those concerns. So if you can compare your offer with another offer that's a brand that they recognize, and they can see that they get all the same features as your competitors, but for a much more affordable rate, that could be a great, unbelievable offer. Here's also where you can offer a guide to download. You can offer quick tips, the top 10 ways to do something. So this would be the moment where you give them the solution.
That's right. And after you have an unbelievable offer, it could go away at any moment. And that's the importance of creating a sense of urgency and limited supply. I think this step in your offer is actually the most critical because it is going to encourage people to act fast or act now, as they say in infomercials. What you need to do are establish deadlines. So this offer ends May 1st. Limited availability or supply. This is only valid for the first 20 people who sign up. If they don't act now, they're susceptible to potential price increases. So they'll end up paying more if they don't act now. And then offer any additional incentives you can think of for acting now. Maybe you throw in something, you bundle something in if they act now rather than opt for the deal later. You can double their order. Again, I'm just using infomercial lines here, but you can use anything that would incentivize someone in your industry with something that would benefit them. So a sense of urgency and limited supply. And then lastly, also very important, is an easy way to get signed up, having clear steps and a simple call to action. Keeping it simple is key, and sometimes when you're working on your idea, you're so into working on it, you forget to step back and maybe ask other people, your friends and family, if what you're creating as your offer page is confusing or if it's clear and simple. So you want to make sure you have an easy sign up process. Try not to mix multiple offers on one page. All that's going to do is confuse someone, especially if you're just starting out. If you're not an established brand, then you might just confuse people and potentially scare them away. So keep it simple, 1, 2, or 3 options maybe, and try not to over-explain things. That goes back to what Pat was saying about, when you're creating a compelling offer, it's not the place to list the 100 benefits that they're going to get. You want to stick to main bullet points that establish a problem and provide a solution. So try to keep your text, try to curate and edit it out as much as you can, text that is on an offer page. And we do have an example. We whipped up a quick example of an offer page. I think it touches on most of the things. We did it really quick, but I think it covers most of the items on this checklist. I'll have Pat explain this page that we created here on our demo site that we've used in the past.
Correct. So basically we use a similar landing page, and Gabriel's gonna put a link to an article where you can get this code, so everybody listening in on this webinar will be able to get this landing page as well as that badge that we found in this particular instance. But what you have here is we're presenting the problem right out of the gates. We're using an emotional word such as tired of, and the problem is getting qualified customers. And what we're offering them in this instance, and it has a lot to do with the simplicity of what Jason just said, we're offering them a promotion, but only on our premium level. So I know most directory websites have multiple tiers. They have basic, they have silver, they have gold, but this goes against the simplicity of the offer. If I need to go from this page to another page to choose my level, or if I need to choose between 3 levels here, there's too much information for me to digest. And what we're trying to do is the irresistible offer now becomes a homework assignment, and there's not a very good chance that I'm going to go in and I'm actually going to pull the trigger on making a decision on that.
Yeah, so just to elaborate a bit on covering some of the points, we've identified a problem here. And we've also created a sense of urgency. It says sign up by May 1st. There's a 50% discount, so it's an unbelievable offer on our premium level. And then we've thrown in and we've bundled in a 30-minute training consultation just for signing up. And it's only $30 per month, and we know it's 50% off, so that's compared to $60 per month. Again, you could add more text here with a cross out over 60, and it shows 30, and you can definitely jazz this up a bit more. And then you come down here. It says what you get with the premium membership level, and there's 3 bullet points, and most of them will touch on emotional benefits. It's not like show your phone number on your profile page. So we'll work to make sure your profile is optimized. That gives peace of mind. You're also selling peace of mind with an offer, making people feel comfortable, and some other benefits that would be beneficial to you. Now, Pat, what's important about this button here?
Well, it's a single call to action that gives very clear instructions on what they need to do in order to claim that specific offer.
Right.
It's got an action verb.
Click here to claim this offer, and it would go directly to a page where they can register for the offer. So very direct. Even if you have multiple membership levels, this is an offer for a single membership level, and you can run promotions around this. You can create Facebook events around these types of promotions and limited time offers. And if you get them in front of the right people, they'll probably have a better conversion rate than sending people to your general pricing page with multiple membership level offers. And Pat, what's special about what we did down here?
So just like you were saying, testimonials, this is a form of testimonial. This gives people confidence that other people have taken advantage of this offer. They're not going to want to lose out. If other people are taking advantage of this and they don't, then there's a fear of missing out. They feel silly that they didn't take advantage of this offer, and it gives them that extra confidence they need to follow through.
That's right. This could be replaced with testimonials or like a video, explainer video about the benefits of your website. But the key is you just want to get people amped up and make the process super straightforward on what the offer is and what they need to do. So,
and if you click on that level, how to claim, if I click here to claim, you'll see that even in the membership level, we created a special membership level just for that, reinforcing the fact that it's going to expire on the 1st of May. Time is running out. If they want to take advantage of it, they need to do it now. We don't want them to back out once they're on this page. We definitely want them to follow through and complete the sign-up process.
So actually, you bring up a good point here. So did you had a premium membership level. Did you just clone it so all the settings are exactly the same and give it a different name?
That's exactly what I did. I cloned it in the membership level setting and under products. And then what we did is we just renamed it so that when people go to the pricing page, they're able to see that. You could even, another great feature, and there you go, Jason, showing how you can clone a membership level. So be a carbon copy of your other premium level. You won't have to do any setup there. And then by cloning it, what you could do is you could add a custom sidebar and actually call that on the sign-up page. So when you're actually entering the credit card information, you can have a banner there. You can summarize one last time what it is they're getting by signing up. And Jason, maybe you can show them where people can control what sidebar displays on the sign-up page.
I will do that. Just quickly, if you're cloning the premium level, aren't you just going to create a bunch of premium membership levels and people are part of different ones? How would you consolidate them afterwards?
So after my promotion, let's say the diamond members were my premium one. What I would do is I would select the move members. We can actually do that if you like, just to show people how you can consolidate, because you definitely don't want to keep everybody in a promo level that expires in May. And then you can move them to a different tier just by selecting that option. So you don't have to go into your database or manually move them. Even if you had hundreds or thousands of people take advantage of that special offer, just by selecting the move member option, you'll be able to accomplish that.
Perfect. And then you can delete after you moved everyone, you can delete that the offer membership level and just have everyone nice and tidy as a premium member here.
Precisely.
All right, let me go to the sidebar. So yeah, on your sign up pages, you can have everything centered, or you can have a sidebar with some confidence boosters, as we call it. So you can go to Edit for a membership level. And the sign up page sidebar, you can create your own sidebar and put whatever you want in there, happy faces, a guaranteed stamp. If you have a refund policy, just, 14-day, no questions asked refund if they're not happy. So just anything that will motivate them to feel comfortable, give them, it's all about peace of mind, and also maybe also reiterate that sense of urgency to sign up for the plan as well.
Correct.
All right. Thank you for putting that page together, Pat. So that's available. Gabe's making this page available. I know it's a very simple page. I think this can be better, but I think it's a great starting point for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, for the fun part, we can take your questions. We can look under the hood of some of your websites, provide any feedback we can. So if you have any questions, now would be a great time to use the raise your hand feature, and we can address as many questions as we can in the next hour or so. All right, I see a new name here, Shavar. Shavar, I'm going to attempt to unmute your microphone. It looks like you're muted on your own.
Yes, hello.
Shavar, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Excellent. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Maryland.
Okay, great. Is this your first webinar Wednesday?
Actually, I've been on webinar Wednesday almost every Wednesday.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, how can we help you today? What's your question?
Okay, I'm just trying to find out, like, these are quite a few questions I have, but for today I will just do one. I'm trying to find out, like, I see you guys was doing the squeeze page, the landing page, and I think that is helpful for us. I mean, that is a good step. But I want to know if we can like add apps to the platform, like develop our own apps and add it to the platform.
Well, actually, you bring up a good point. You do have access to your source code. So if you wanted to create any custom code or functionality, I've seen developers do. Patrick's company, the Customization Experts, has the same access as anyone else, any other Brilliant Directories customer, and they're building phenomenal apps and tools to accompany the Brilliant Directories software. So Pat, maybe you can answer that question about the ability to create custom development on the platform.
Yeah, really, there aren't any limitations. I do think that where Jason is absolutely the place to start. If you're going to be adding custom code or custom functionality in the Brilliant Directories platform, the way to do it is always to put it inside of a widget, and that allows you to basically control that code and makes it display properly on the front end. So inside of creating a widget, you can see you can input the HTML, the CSS, as well as JavaScript if you ever need it. And then when you scroll below, there is a copy widget name. So if you go ahead and you click on the copy button, you're able to copy the short code. And when you go to a custom page, so you can create a new page. The only thing you need to do is paste that widget code. Now, I've seen people wanting to make, for example, a landing page from scratch or use third-party code because it is Bootstrap, it's compatible with Bootstrap, so it opens an unlimited amount of possibilities in terms of what it is that you can do. So what you would do is you would copy the custom Bootstrap code or whatever your third-party code is you're trying to add, and then in the page details, if Jason scrolls down a bit, you're able in the checkbox. Oh, sorry. These are really powerful, where you can control whether or not you want to hide the header, the footer, the links, the main menu, and so forth. I know a lot of times this is where people get stuck when they try to make a 100% custom landing page, and this is the place you go to hide all of those elements so that it's a 100% unique application on your site for that particular place.
Okay.
And when you said apps, were you referring to adding something to your website or to converting your site into an app?
Yeah, when I said app, I mean like, so for instance, you see the coupon as an option, you add it as an application, right? So now I can use the coupon. So for instance, a customer need to cash out, they can use the coupon and cash out, you know what I mean, for discount prices
Sure, if
or
you can,
whatever it is.
yeah, you have access to your MySQL databases, the source code. So any types of functionality related to processing data, you definitely have the ability to do that kind of stuff. But what you're mentioning sounds a little higher level. So if you're a developer or you work with a developer, if they're familiar with the platform, they should be able to achieve those types of things.
Mm.
Yeah, I think going, and maybe Jason would be the most helpful for anybody look, is if you go to developer.brilliantdirectories.com, it's not a resource that we've covered often in the webinar, so it would be neat to go over it. On this particular link that Jason's sharing,
Whoops.
it's developers, sorry.
Developers.
Yeah, I believe it's that, or is it developers?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, okay, great. So here in the very top, it says developer training. That very first series that you see there, in my opinion, is probably the most helpful series for anybody that's looking to really customize on the Brilliant Directories platform, because it goes over creating pages and custom landing pages. It goes over the database, and it goes over all the technical stuff that you would need to learn so that you can go ahead and customize your site. So it's a very valuable resource.
I'll share this in the chat for anyone who's feeling adventurous and looking to, learn a little more about how to develop on Brilliant Directories. All right, thank you for that question, Shavar. Rachel, we're gonna go right on over to Rachel. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Perth in Australia. I actually had a call scheduled with you, but I've not been well, so I knew I wouldn't be able to get up that early.
Okay. Yeah, but we're happy to help you now. What's your question for us today?
Well, I have some bigger questions which I've rescheduled another call, so I won't take up the time now with those. But some small ones that you might be able to help me with now. I've been playing around with the visuals on my site, and I've spoilt the search bar at the top by removing some labels, and now it's not centered.
Sure. What's your site? Let's take a look at that together.
It's Healthy Girl HQ. It's not up at the moment, so you can get to it from, I'll type it in the box.
I think I found it here.
Oh, you have?
All right. All right, so this search here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Love the style of your site, by the way.
Looks very nice.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're needing these to be more like this, horizontal?
Just centered in the middle of the.
Just centered.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, that would be great if we could put it horizontal. That would be good.
Let me see what you have, what you've got going on here. Is this a custom widget that you've created? Let's see.
I really don't know. I play around a lot.
Okay. Oh, I see. The labels are missing here. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
I didn't want to have the labels, so I tried deleting them, but then it didn't, center.
Gotcha. Can I try it horizontal?
That would be great, yes.
Okay, so we can switch that horizontal. Let's let that save. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better.
Oh, that looks great, yeah.
And it's centered.
Yeah, that's great.
All right.
The other thing I was wondering, is it possible to change where it says city to say suburb?
Absolutely. So I think for that one we can use our new text labels editor. So
Okay.
let's see if this works here. Okay, that's not working on your site, but that's not a problem. What we can do is we can go into the admin, go to settings and text labels. And what we want to do, Rachel, is we were going to search for any text label that has this text in it, city or postal code. And yeah, you're right. In Australia, people are more familiar with suburbs and that.
Yeah.
So we're going to search for city or postcode, and we can see it here. So would you like me to put suburb?
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, and there's another place here. And just because these were so easy, I'll take one more from you, Rachel, and then we'll go on to the next person. All right, let's just
thank you.
make sure this saves properly. Okay, what's the next thing?
I don't know if this is easy. If not, I've got another question that might be easier.
Okay.
The search buttons and the view all button, you know, next to the buttons on the site, is it possible to have those buttons all black with just the text white?
That one would be a little bit more complicated.
That's okay. I can ask you a more simple one.
There's just no setting for it. All right, let's go with one more and see if I can do that one. That one would just take a little too much time right now.
No, that's fine. How do I load directory data that I already have in another directory into this one? Is there an easy way to do it without doing one at a time?
Yes, there is. So under your members tab here, there is an option to import members. And if this is your first time importing, I recommend there are instructions here. It says learn how to import members. And there is a sample template you can download that explains the different fields. So when you import, you want to make sure the data fields match up to the Brilliant Directories data that you have.
Okay.
And what I always recommend is how many people are you going to be importing approximately?
50.
50? Okay, that's a relatively low number. That's fine. You might want to practice importing like 5 members just to make sure everything is correct. If it doesn't work out correctly, you can easily delete those 5 members and troubleshoot what the issue might be. So my recommendation would try importing a sample and then do the whole list once it looks good.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, we always recommend having a test membership level just for imports, and you make it non-searchable, especially if you have an existing member database. You definitely want to make sure you're not ever doing an import into an existing membership tier that has other members. So if there's ever any issues, it could get a little tricky to troubleshoot. So that's a great recommendation there.
All right, thank you, Rachel. All right, let's move on to Brandon. Brandon, it looks like your mic is muted. All right, you there with us, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm here.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Everything looks great. Great presentation.
Thank you. Where are you calling in from again? I know that you've been with us before.
I'm in Atlanta, so I've been calling from Atlanta now.
Okay. All right, great. And what's your question for us today?
So on my site, rapplug.com, I had a question in regards into the mobile view, the way the mobile view is displayed, and I was wondering, is there a way, you know how on the homepage, everything is kind of vertical as you go down? I was wondering if there's any way to display it just like it is on the website. So on the homepage, everything is kind of horizontal when you go to like music videos and everything else. And I was curious about, from a mobile view standpoint, the same way. So when you scroll down, you see that on the homepage you have the videos, the newest events, things like that going horizontal. But then on the mobile view, it's displayed kind of just vertical, straight down. So.
Right. The main reason it does that is you got 4 in a row on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The main reason it starts going into a single row. Let me move this over for everyone here. Actually, I can do this. Sorry. There we go. So this is like a mobile view here, and yeah, everything does get in a single file here. If you needed to, you could get into the code and force it to be. Would you like me to do one of them for you, and you can see what that would look like?
Yeah, I'm curious. I think I just want to see what it looks.
Okay. Let's do the categories here. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll show the widgets. By default, it's just meant to be what would be good for 95% of websites. That's kind of the way, so it looks properly on mobile. But again, if just like we had the question about getting into the code, you do have the ability to do so. So let's make these retain 4 in a row on mobile here. So I'm going to customize this widget here. And we'll just customize that. It should be a pretty straightforward one. And because it's Bootstrap, it should be pretty simple. We're just going to scroll down. Lots of mumbo jumbo here. So what I'm going to do right now, it's saying if the screen size is a medium screen size, you make it 3 columns wide. There's 12 columns on a Bootstrap system, so 3 would mean 3 times 4 equals 12. So let's get rid of the complicated math and let's just do all of them 3, even excess. So excess, so it will retain the 3 columns the whole time. So let's see what else we got here. All right, I'm also gonna get rid of this for you here. I'll keep that for now. All right, let's see what it looks like. Let's just let these changes save, Brandon, and we can see what it would look like with 4. I'm also going to just do a refresh your cache, help us get the save a little quicker. And I'll remove the widgets, hide widgets. Okay, once this white screen goes away, we know the website's cached. And let me do a hard refresh of your homepage. I love your homepage, man. It's got a lot of good faces looking at you. It's got a lot of energy coming at you.
Thank you. I'm working on getting a video, like an actual commercial for the wrap plug. So hopefully I can have that on the homepage soon.
Okay, let me actually get rid of this black bar here so we can see the admin bar. All right, so let's look at mobile view now. I'm gonna make it a little wider. So this is like a tablet view. Let's scroll down. Okay, so here are your categories now, 4 in a row. And let's look at them here. Yeah, it does look nice the way that this is done for you here. The text gets a little.
If I can have
the text. It's
Go ahead,
not.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not exact. The images are coming kind of nice, but the text is getting a little cut off. So I wouldn't say it's perfect functionality. Maybe what you want is 2 on a row when it's small. That might be a good compromise for you.
Yeah, I was going to recommend that. And if you have a Samsung and you're on Chrome and you click on the options on an Android device, you'll see that one of the options they give you is desktop site, and that's going to give you the 2-column view. So you can check it out that way too, Brandon, and see if that's what if you like the way that looks.
All right, let's refresh this now, Brandon, and we'll scroll down. And this, whatever I just did, that you can apply that to your different widgets. So this looks a little better here. So you're getting 2 categories on a row. It looks a little more appropriate here. You see that?
Yeah.
And I even did it so when it's a medium-sized screen, you get 3 on a row. And then when you get bigger, it'll go 4 on a row, just like this. So you can play with the column widths and kind of get what the desired feel is. But again, another site with great design. This is the opposite of the Healthy Girl HQ. She was, like an all white color. This is using darker colors. I like it a lot. Creates a nice stark. It feels really modern to me. I like it. All right, Brandon, thank you for that question. One last thing, Brandon, do you want me to leave it like that or do you want me to revert it? Sorry.
You can leave it. I'll try to see if I can duplicate that with some of the other, areas.
All right. Worst comes to worst, if something breaks on the site, you could always delete the customized widget and attempt it again.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Jason, we have a pretty interesting question from Ariana. She's asking how to create a VIP membership area for her members. So maybe you want to go over that.
Absolutely. I think we did a video on that together not too long ago. Let's use our interior design website as the example. So she wants to have like premium content like articles that are only for certain membership levels?
Yeah, and Ariana, I went ahead and unmuted your mic. I don't know if you're connected, but maybe you can clarify what it is that you're looking to get.
Yes, thank you. Can you hear me?
Sure
Yeah.
can.
Awesome. Well, there's a couple things I'd like to create. One, you'd also mentioned, doing a self-help or a tutorial or a guide or something. I'd like to have some products that are offered to just people who actually maybe join just a VIP membership area, like, and they have other things that they can access, possibly within that, products that they can purchase.
Perfect. So what I'll do is I'll show you how to make a type of content on your site not public, and then I'll show you how you can assign the different a membership level that will have the privilege of accessing that content. Is that good?
Okay. Yes, awesome.
Okay, great. What we'll use in this example, we'll just keep it simple. Let's say design videos. So here's a section of the site with design videos. Again, it could be any type of content that you want to promote. Right now, these videos are public to everyone. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure we have the correct add-on, which is the members only add-on. So let me go to the Brilliant Directories site. What you'll need in order to restrict content and make it members only is this members only add-on. If you're part of the VIP add-ons club, you have it, so you'll be able to achieve this. I'm just going to pop this link in the chat here, and then I'll continue with how to achieve this once this add-on is enabled. All right.
And Jason, just to add on top of that, to make it a little real, right now you're going to do the videos, and something that I've seen more and more people do is they create a video section that's called member tutorial videos, where they're teaching their members how to use the site, how to accept a lead, how to build their profile. So this could be very well be a tutorial video section, but that you only want members that are logged into specific tiers to access, because you don't want the public to see these. These are intended strictly for members.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, I have my blog area set up that way, just for members only, not public, but I don't have any members only pages.
Gotcha. So once this is enabled, I'll show you two ways to do this. So let's restrict the videos, and then I'll show you how to make a page members only as well, like a static page, like that landing page we created. So what we want to do is we want to go to the content area in the admin, and we want to go to edit post settings. Those are all the different types of content we can create, such as properties, product listings, and so on. And I'm going to go ahead and find the video, the one here, which I just passed my eyes here, interior design videos. I'm going to go ahead and edit this membership level. Excuse me, this type of content, this post setting. So this is all the general settings for my videos. And once that add-on is enabled, you get this option here that says always show content with a question mark. Currently it's yes, which means the content is always public. What we want to do is set it to no. And I'll go ahead and save the changes. So now my videos are no longer public. If I try to go to the videos page, I'll be prompted to log in or become a member. And what's really cool about this little message you're seeing here, it's fully customizable. So you can add images, you can encourage people. This is an area where you want people to sign up to access the special content. So you can customize this messaging and really incentivize people and create a compelling offer, which was the theme of today, for them to join your site to access this special restricted content. So now that we've restricted the content, we need to decide which members can access this content. So what we want to do is go to our Finance tab, and under Manage Products, this is where we have our different membership levels. Let's go ahead and give our premium members the ability to watch our interior design videos. I'll go ahead and click on Edit. And under Post Publishing, this is where you can define the type of content members can publish. So maybe you give the privilege of publishing coupons and events, but also when a type of content is not public, you can also decide who can view that type of content. So in this case, we want interior design videos, and the premium members can view the interior design videos. So once a premium member logs in, they will be able to access that page. But let's throw a little curveball in there. Let's remove the ability for premium members to view interior design videos. And then let's log in as a member, a premium member, and attempt to watch the videos. So let me just click here to get to my premium members real quick. And I'll log in as Philip Stark, our sample member we've been using. Okay, so now I'm logged in as a premium member. I'm going to attempt to go to design videos. And it says a different message. It says, it knows that I'm logged in, but it says this content is for upgraded members only. So this is a great place to incentivize members to upgrade. Now let's give Philip the ability to watch the video. I'm just going to do the opposite of what I just did. I'm going to go back to post-publishing for the premium membership level. I'm going to find interior design videos, and I'm going to say that this membership level can view. Just give it a second to save the changes. And if this premium member attempts to go to the design videos again, he now has access to view the videos. Now, if you wanted to protect a specific web page, like the landing page we created, it's a little limited, but it should give you the effect that you need. What you can do is you can edit any web page. I'll just use the How It Works page as an example. And there is a display option here where it's a members only page. Now here you can't define which membership levels, but you do need to be a logged in member of the website in order to view this static web page. So it does give you some control to restrict individual web pages from people who are not logged in and you don't want them to see it. Does that help answer your question a little bit?
Yeah, that's great. Can you tell me, so on those landing pages where it said you would have to upgrade in order to view, you said those can be edited, and where do you find, how do you access those?
Sure. Let me get back, let me restrict the content there one more time. Give me 1 second. Let's go back to, well, I can just log out actually. So let me log out of Philip Stark and go to design videos. Let me get the text editor. These should be editable in the with the text labels, and they are. So here you can see it says this content is for. So you can add whatever looking for premium content. And you can add whatever, you can modify, you can remove whatever you want, and you can add whatever you need. Let me just save that real quick. So it says looking for premium content, just as a quick example is what I'm doing. So now it says looking for premium content, and then you could change what this says, the second part of it, and you can, and then there's a few different pieces here that you can modify. It even supports adding links or regular HTML in those areas too. So you can start by just editing the text to make it more compelling, or you can get more elaborate and actually add some HTML with images and things like that if you needed to.
Okay, I'm going to ask if you could just back up one step.
Sure.
How did you get to this page in the editing?
Okay.
Like, how did you find this page?
Sure. So first of all, I'm accessing a page that's protected, so I'm getting this message. I'm not logged in, so I don't have access to this page because we made the design videos not public, and I'm not logged in or anything. So let me just get my black. Yeah. So you want to make sure you click on Visit Website. That's what gives you that the admin bar here on the side. So right. Once we do that, let me just refresh this page. We'll see the admin bar again. So here it is. And show, these are called text labels where you can edit text around your site. So you want to do show text labels, and everything in yellow is an individual text label. So we already added the looking for premium content. I'm going to change members only. I'm going to say register now to save 50% on premium content. And let's save the changes. And then after we save it, I'm going to hide the text labels so we don't see all these yellow boxes everywhere. So I'll just hide text labels here. And hey, we're creating compelling offers left and right. Looking for premium content, register now to save 50% on premium content. And you can change this. Click here to log in, or click here to get the offer now. And this can go to the offer page as an example. So basically what you're doing is you're editing the text labels.
So you'd be able to change the link of that become a member section from this page as well?
I think you can. Let's check it out. If not, that would be something there where you just have to, you've seen me go into the code a couple times for those instances, and you can make those changes. And those are things that the support team can kind of guide you towards. Become a member. So that looks like it's just text. So you would go into this widget and you would do the show widgets instead of the show text labels, and then you can decide what you want that link to be.
Okay.
All right. Great questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Good question there about members only. All right. Let's see other questions we got here. All right, John, you with us there?
Hello. Yeah, this is John Norris. Actually, we're running 2 sites currently with you guys for Brilliant Directories.
Okay.
One of them, let's see, the first one I want to ask about, it's Gannon's List, GANNONSLIST.com.
Okay. And what's your question for us today?
The question is, could you pull it up and take it? Okay, great. Beautiful. Now, if you click on the list on the top left corner there, yeah, that's it. There, all jobs. When it pops open, all jobs, you see like is there a way that we can have the name of the company appear beneath the job title?
I got you. Let me help you with that, John.
Thank you.
So for this, I'm going to go into code a little bit. And again, we've set up the search results and the detail pages for posts to suit the needs of 90% of sites. So sometimes you want to add more variables and information around the different areas. So what I'm going to do is go to your jobs listings here.
Okay.
So we're going to edit the post for jobs. And I know that the company variable is listed on the detail page when you're actually viewing a job. So here it is right here, actually, post company. So I'm just going to grab this variable and I'm going to hop on back over to the search results design. And so where do you want it exactly? Do you want it this like right
beneath sales engineer?
And you want it to be like this font size, like a regular paragraph?
If you can that, but bolded.
I'm with you. I'll do company : and then put the company name. Is that good?
Perfect.
All right. So here's the H2, and I'm just going to do company : and paste that there, and I'll make it bold. Okay. And we'll see if that gets the job done for you. I'm also going to put it in a paragraph here, so there'll be some space. Okay. Now, are your fingers crossed there?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's see if this works here. Okay. I think the variable is not post. It's, let's see. Post, yeah, it should be post. There's post content, post company, post location. Do we know if these have these have companies connected to them?
Yeah, click on it. Yeah, then I'll do.
Okay, give me a second here. Company, post, yeah, post title, post file name. Yeah, everything looks like it should be working. See, that's why I said have your fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Let me do a quick thing here. Just a little code mumbo jumbo. I don't even know if I'll do this right. Print R for post. Okay, continue to cross those fingers. Let me just quickly see something here.
Okay.
Nope, that didn't work. Spend another minute on this. If I can't get it, I thought it was just going to be a quick 1-2 punch for you here.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's try one more thing here. Echo. Okay. That might not even do it either. So let's put this here. That's the correct way. So I don't want to fumble around too much. All right. So here's information related. So post ID, post title, post content. That's the content. That's fine. Let's scroll down past it. A lot of content in this post. Okay. And then let's see, company. Let's see, the name of one of these companies is Town of Bethlehem. Let's look on the page here. Post venue is the variable apparently on that name. So okay. So let's do post venue. Okay. Now cross your toes, and I think we'll be good. All right, company. There we go.
Oh, beautiful.
That looks a lot better. I like that.
That's a great one. Yeah, no, that's much better.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for that question, John. Good stuff.
Thank you.
All right. Our pleasure. All right. How are we doing on time there, Pat?
We're nearing the end here, but we can take a couple more if you like.
Absolutely. Hey, Wendy. Wendy, how are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, this has to do with the landing page that you guys showed earlier. That's fine, but now how do you drive traffic to the landing page? Is it, let's say that you're, dealing with small businesses in a neighborhood. Do you actually do webinars, or do you go to the businesses one by one? Or, how do you drive traffic?
Hustling is a good one. Sometimes whatever it takes.
Or drive traffic faster, I would say, instead of going one by one.
Pat, I'll let you do that one. You're actually a master at helping to drive traffic to offers.
I would say the one that we shared, that one's particularly good for an email list for somebody that had already come to your site, that you had already collected their email, and you didn't bite on the initial offer, trying to nudge them into taking a special offer that is going to expire soon. I probably wouldn't.
Sorry to interrupt. I want to stop you right there, Pat, because we're going to brush over something really important. In order to email people, you need to be collecting email addresses in the first place. So if people are not signing up to your site, you still want to get an email address for something else. It could be a newsletter sign up. It could be, it's really easy to create an ebook, just with like 10 tips on how to make your dental practice, more attractive to customers, anything like that, just to get an email address. In our Facebook group, and sorry to interrupt you there, Pat, but because you brushed on a really important point, which is we need to start first collecting email addresses before we even have people to send offers to. Let me just scroll down here. If you guys, please join the Facebook group. There was a post I posted here at 1:37 in the morning. Obviously, I couldn't sleep. Let me just read this briefly. The best way to get people interested in your brand is to give away free goodies. In marketing, it's called a lead magnet. Things like ebook downloads, free how-to guides, top secret tips. These are all examples of free lead magnets that you should, and you only need one, and you should create one good lead magnet to help you collect email addresses, and then you can send people offers. This was a blog article with lead magnet ideas. I'm going to pop it into the chat here so everyone has a link to this. You can also get it in the Facebook group. So now that we've established how to collect email addresses utilizing lead magnets, I'm sorry I interrupted you, Pat, but I'll pass it back to you now.
No, but you're absolutely right. It's easy to say send an email, send an offer to an email list, but if you don't have the email list, that's the bigger challenge, and likely the first challenge that you're going to have to encounter for the type of landing page we showed. There are landing pages that you can target special offers to on social media. However, those types of special offers rarely are for paid products. Oftentimes, it's exactly what Jason's saying. It's you're offering something for free in order to collect their emails, and then you nurture them on the benefits of your site, and then you finish off with that special offer that has a sense of urgency. That's one of the things that you do to go in for the kill, so to speak, in terms of sales. Another option that you have, and I've seen some people do it, is oftentimes when we start directories, it's because we already have connections within a certain industry. We already know people. We might have worked in that field. So something else that helps getting that offer around is you can make a splash page like we did today. Find somebody in a niche that already has an audience. Find somebody that is an influencer, that has a lot of Twitter followers, that has a popular Facebook page, and tell them that you will split the profits off all the signups for the month of May, because that's your special offer, and have them promote your offer to their audience and form a partnership. That's a lot quicker way to get people signing up than to go door to door, for example. That's a higher leverage marketing activity.
They're called influencers. If you can find, and there's A level, B level, C level, D level. Not that they're worse, they just have more influence. Kim Kardashian is an A-list influencer. She could post something on Instagram. She can shout out your company, and you'll receive tons of traffic. And then there's people with less followers or influencers or have clout in a certain industry. And in my opinion, it's actually easier to reach out to someone who's not a high-level celebrity, because they'll be more open to actually talking to you and figure, because they're trying to come up on their own as well. So you might want to look for influencers or people who might be somewhat of icons in a specific industry or local area.
And all an influencer would have to say is on their Facebook page to their, if I was a teacher in Canada, had a network of teachers, if I was running a Facebook page with teachers in it, I would just have to tell my teachers, hey, I found a great directory with premium resources for teachers. They have a special offer. You guys might want to check it out. And then everybody in the Facebook page, because it's coming from a reputable source, will go check it out, and you'll have quite a few people sign up. Of course, it's all about building those relationships.
Okay, and where would you put the ebook? Does it go in the directory, or is that Facebook, or what?
I'll give you a quick. I'll give you a quick example here. This guy sells amazing SEO services. Let me just show you his blog, and I'll just show you some calls to action that are in his blog. I like it a lot. So he's got huge stuff. He's huge on getting your information. Let's click on an article here. Let's see. Nope, that's not good. Let me get to an article. Can't even get to an article here. Here we go. So we're in an article. So here's the article. Look at the sidebar here. Do you want more traffic? You know, he's asking for your website address. Here's another one. It's about him. Learn more. Need marketing help. I mean, these are just plain text, but these will all lead to potential downloads of ebooks here. You know, this is now saying we can chat about your idea. It could be, yeah. So I would just put some calls to action in some of your sidebars, and
even below though, Jason, right below that one was the guides, the one that you were referring to. I think they're right there. You can see them. All the guides. If you scroll, there they are.
Google AdWords guide. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is another blog post here. But yeah, there's another one here. Let's see. I like what.
Okay, because on my blog page I have ads running, so the ads would have to be removed to put those custom.
Sure.
Like, you know,
you can swap.
You could go to my website, Jason, if you like. One of my websites, CostaRicaTessel.com, and I actually have quite a few call to actions, and that is on a Brilliant Directories website.
Yeah, let's go there as well. Also, you see here in the sidebar, it says how to launch a knowledgeable commerce business, get instant access, and it's asking for my email. So there's lots of different things. So that was a Costa Rica TESOL.
Correct. TE Costa Rica TESOL.com.
.com. So this is a BD site for your English teaching school to become an English teacher.
Correct. To become an English teacher, the main call to action in the top right, and I have mentioned it many times before, that call to action is on all of the different, if you're on a cell phone, if you're on any other page on your website, that follows you along. So I find that to be one of the most important call to actions that you'll put on your website. So that's always there. So I know that
orange button.
This is where I want to, yeah, and that's where I want to drive the traffic. I want them to download a teaching guide about teaching English in Costa Rica, so that I can get their email and I can find out who's interested, so we can try to nurture them and convince them to become an English teacher and take our course to become qualified to do so.
And then here's a landing page where you get their information. You're giving them something for free in exchange for their email address. So it's a mutually beneficial exchange. And then you can, provide them with, you can get them to let them know more about your brand moving forward. You can start building the relationship. Instead of thinking about getting them to buy today, get them to buy in a week or two by getting them so excited about your product and all the information you're providing them. And then once you have a pipeline, and after a few months, you'll have people signing up every day, because now you'll have a pipeline of new people who are starting the journey with your free offer and who are ready to pay, a few weeks later.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. Yeah, good stuff. We can talk hours more about this stuff, but I think you brought up some good points that we were able to cover here. So thank you.
Okay.
All right, good questions there by Wendy. Let's take one more question here. All right, JW, it looks like your mic is muted still. Give you 3 seconds there to fix it. All right, there we go. How you doing?
Did I do it? Have I done it? Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
Very good, very good. Where are you calling in from, JW?
From London, England.
So it's late at night there.
No, it's just all right. We're on the night shift anyway.
Okay.
It's really interesting that you brought NukaGB up, because my question is, how do we integrate? Because I think you were looking at it for another reason, but it might be that you were using it for your own stuff. But is there any plans or any way that we can get a training course with delivering content and perhaps live streaming into the platform? Yeah,
so what Kajabi is really good at is, let me just...
How do you say it?
For Kajabi, I think it's a Japanese word actually.
Doesn't matter.
So what they're really good at is creating a website where you have courses and training materials.
Yes.
And you have training videos that you make yourself, and people can actually subscribe to your courses. So if you're teaching something, Kajabi is phenomenal for that. So your question is Brilliant Directories?
Is there a plan, or can we do something like that, or you got a collaboration with them, or?
You can do something like that, and let's go back to the videos that we talked about. You can create. It's not exactly Kajabi. They're specialized in training courses, and you can only get to the next video if you complete like a test, and it's really for education. But if you wanted to create premium areas where only certain membership levels can access certain types of videos, you can definitely do so. And what you do is you can upload your videos to YouTube. You set them
and unlist them. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, you set them to private, and when you set it to private, they ask you, since it's private, which domain name should these videos work on, and you put your website's URL. So whenever you can only embed them on your website. And,
great.
And then so now you have videos in YouTube, but they're only accessible on your domain. And then you can create different membership levels that have different access to different courses and things like that. So you can. It's not exactly perfect, but it's
no, it's not. But I don't want to go and get another website, if you see what I mean. I don't want to don't want to have another platform. You see, so I suppose. What's another way of like a live part as well, like a one-on-one live part, I suppose, could just be a Skype. It's not. There's nothing that we can think of. Have you heard of video platform?
I haven't, but I know that there are. I think
Oh,
Pat even knows of a one-on-one chatting software, so you can not only chat through the website, but you can actually do live video. Am I right, Pat? Did you show me something? Someone showed me something like that.
Yeah, that's correct. We have an integration with Comet Chat that allows people to use that tool
You do
in order to video chat.
the customization.
Yeah, we do that
Comet
integration.
Chat.
Correct. It's one of our integrations. Correct.
Oh,
There
right,
it is.
cool.
Comment chat.
Yeah. Comment chat.
So JW, if you do the kind of the creating premium video areas, and then you can utilize something, comment chat, text, call, and video messaging for members. I'll put a link in here for everyone if you want to check it out.
Okay, great.
So I think you can piece together maybe an
I
acceptable
think you
workaround.
can.
Yeah, I think jumping platforms is a headache. So if you can get 70.
Oh no, I don't want to do that at all.
I'm with you.
Extra cost, more things to learn, and all that kind of stuff. No interest. It's just I think we can get there, and I think the rings with the members I've got figured out in my head as well. So that's all from me for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, JW. Thank you very much. So on that note, we will conclude this webinar Wednesday on behalf of myself, Gabe, and Patrick. Thank you very much for joining us. I do want to remind you as well, not only the 5 steps, but we would love to review your site live with everyone in the next webinar. So you can go ahead and submit your site to events@brilliantdirectories.com. We'll choose one for the next webinar. And then also, if you haven't already done so, if you're still sitting in this webinar, please go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook, and please join us in the Facebook group so we can continue the discussions and the positive and constructive conversations together. Thank you very much, guys. So on behalf of all of us here, see you in 2 weeks in the next webinar.
All right, see you guys soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.